I'm sorry.
I understand, but don't sexualize me to the house, to the public or whatever.
Okay.
Please don't do that. I don't like it.
Every time she starts a thing with me, I'm like, she was trying to win using that strategy.
I was there when the thing happened.
Why did you not speak up?
I was there. All of
She said, be careful. I said, you be careful.
Frankly speaking, you see those two conversations, guys, at the time they were happening last night, partially I was having a good laugh. On the other hand, well, I was just shaking my head like, damn. These housemates, they would definitely do anything for the 2 million rands. I mean, it's okay. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. At the end of the day, Biggie always says, play your game, right? So it's a competition, a race towards the 2 million rand, the house, the car. But then these housemates, these BBMANSI season 3 housemates, they've sure been doing a lot. Some of these housemates, they came with multiple scripts, multiple layers to who they truly are. And so when I was listening to Themba and Libo exposing Nale, I wasn't really surprised because remember when all those shenanigans was happening, we had several conversations on this channel. I did videos, we even had virtual conversations on our Saturday FSWG YouTube live stream. We talked about the possibility of Big Brother releasing the clips if there are any, so that we will know if Nale was actually being honest about her claims and accusations and allegations against Themba. But nothing. Guys, you know what? Let's just get into this video because this is a very interesting conversation. I mean, Themba and Libo, they actually said a lot. Let's get into the video. I'm going to be spilling the tea on every single detail of revelation that was spilled about Nale's manipulative strategy and also about the thing that caused that purgation of emotion from Thato to Themba last night. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. Now, beginning with the Themba conversation. Guys, it's not something new. It's something we all are aware of. It's something we know, yes. I mean, it was all about the stunt. I call it a stunt now because to be very honest, guys, there's no proof to that effect. So it was all about the stunt that Nale cooked up in Biggie's house. Remember, she had claimed or alleged that Themba had actually threatened her twice. The first time, only God knows. I mean, I don't know. I have no freaking idea. The second time in the kitchen where everybody was. So apparently, that evening that it had happened, Libo was there. In fact, all the housemates were there. And Libo had actually heard clearly what had ensued. GASH1 as well had actually heard clearly what had happened. But because as at that time that week, everybody was still minding their business, playing their own scripts, playing their own game. Nobody wanted to buy someone else's market or somebody else's battle with another housemate. So Libo had chosen to be quiet. GASH1 had also chosen to be quiet. But last night, Libo was actually reaffirming Themba's defense that, oh yes, that he had heard what happened, that it was actually Nale that had actually threatened Themba first. That they were having a conversation or something, I don't know. According to Themba, Nale kept on poking him, and for him, that was something that she had always started doing. She started off by picking him as a crush after saying that Tools was a crush. That very week, when she was up for nomination for possible eviction, they had played a game, and then she had said, that Themba was her crush. Remember, that same week, she had gone ahead to make what do I call it now? She had actually offered a hand of friendship to Themba, and Themba had refused, saying that he did not come to Biggie's house to make friends. Everybody is his friend. He's here to play the game, win the 2 million rands. Now that had actually upset Nale because she did not like the idea of being rejected. Libo had actually affirmed that it was actually Nale that first threatened Themba, that she had told Themba, be careful Themba. And Themba had actually thrown it back to her, no, you too, be careful. So maybe, guys, to be very honest, I don't know. I can't really figure out how the scenario was on that evening, but maybe because the rest of the housemates did not hear you know, what actually ensued between these two people in terms of the conversation, Nale had automatically picked up on that. According to Themba, afterwards, Nale had ran upstairs and went to cry, which is kind of weird because you threatened someone and then you're coming to come and you went upstairs to go and cry, create your script, and then she came back, and that was when she had that conversation with Themba. Oh, I want to talk to you. Oh God, guys, I mean, replaying the entire scenario back in my mind, I'm like, damn, Nale really put up a show that evening. Nale really put up a script, an act. That was a stellar performance, guys. It was amazing. And Themba also went ahead to reveal that that was a strategy that Nale created. Every time that Nale was up for nomination for possible eviction, she would start trying to poke him, to provoke him, to use him as a scapegoat to either get votes from the viewing public or to just basically create drama to be relevant for that week. He said that he noticed that it was a pattern with her, and that was why he was constantly avoiding her. After accusing him of threatening her life that night, the next morning Nale had gone to meet him. Oh, Themba, you know, I mean, guys, it was so funny how the whole thing played out that night. You know, the whole drama of Nale after talking to Themba. Themba even agreed that he was going to call a meeting, and Themba said, Nale said no, she's going to be the one to call the meeting because she's the one that's the victim, blah blah blah. And then they called a meeting. After stating her claims again, she even went as far as trying to instigate the rest of the female housemates in the house, coming from the angle of female empowerment, female domestic violence, or all that boost crap. And then she came along and said, oh, if Themba has ever threatened any of you in this house, feel free to come up and say, like, what? And guys, you know why I took it very personal? In fact, I still take it really personal because, as I have said before, and I will say again, that is a huge defamation of Themba's character, if none of those things happened at all. And it's really sad and disappointing that the organizers of the show did not take that into cognizance by at least clearing the air by releasing the clips of that particular event. Let us at least know who is lying. Anyways, I hope Nale is happy wherever she is, because to be very honest, if she actually did put up that show to defame Themba, then that was very disgusting. I mean, as I always say, if the roles were switched, if it was actually Themba that made those allegations against Nale, trust me, Nale would have used tears to wriggle her way out of it. People would have said, oh, Themba has always been aggressive. Themba is trying to victimize Nale. But guys, look at it now. Anyways, the case still remains hanging because nothing is actually certain at this point. But for other people to be affirming Themba's claims, then was probably a lie on the part of Nale. Anyways, moving on to Thato and GASH1's conversation. Apparently, guys, the fake fight or prank that Thato, Bbmzansi, Terry, and GASH1 had put up, when was that? I think 2 days ago. Remember, I told you guys that that prank actually opened up a can of worms. A lot of you came into my comment section to come and be attacking me. Oh, Glory, you don't like Thato. Oh, Glory, you don't like GASH1. Anyways, irrelevant. As I was saying, yeah, I told you all that it opened up a can of worms. Yes, for Thato, she took it very personal. Number one, because of the things that she said to Terry and the things Terry said back at her. She really vocalized, you know, her true feelings. She really purgated her emotions because these were conversations that she normally had with GASH1. So for me, I felt like that was an opportunity for her to actually rid herself of all of those burdens. And then secondly, because of the way GASH1 had handled the entire situation. Yes, she was actually really upset that all of those things were happening and GASH1 did not really have her back. Another third thing that really upset her was the fact that when Terry was claiming, oh, GASH1, this is your condom, this is your this, GASH1 was actually saying, yes, it is mine. But then when Thato comes to him, he will now say, no, it is not mine. So at that point, guys, it really upset Thato, but she had been thinking about it. So yesterday evening, many other things that GASH1 had done in the house, like calling Bbmzansi baby. Yes, he called, and we know that it's only Thato that GASH1 calls baby in that house. That's one. And then all the sexualizing of conversations that they're having in the house, because they had to do a mock debate presentation yesterday, and they were arguing about, oh, having baby mamas or having kids or whatever, you know, or having children in marriages or out of marriages. And GASH1 kept on sexualizing every single thing that Bbmzansi was saying. So Thato had been silently observing all of these things. And then something was telling her in her head that GASH1 is actually playing me. GASH1 is actually playing games. GASH1 is actually sexualizing me, objectifying me, you know, putting me at just sexual value in the house, using me to actually achieve his aim of being the trouble starter, troublemaker in the house.
So I realized that today that's more or less how you were moving anyway. What do? Do I overlook it and know that it's game and strategy, or do I react and say, are you playing me?
That was the conversation that she was having with GASH1 last night. I mean, she was telling him or her that, dude, you are disrespecting me. Stop sexualizing me. Stop doing this, stop doing that. And guys, she was, I mean, yesterday, I kind of felt bad for Thato, to be very honest, because even though I am still of the opinion that she is also playing a strategy and she brought this whole drama upon herself, probably to buy votes from the viewing public, somehow the humane side of me felt really bad for her. Because it was very obvious that, listen, GASH1, even though he does a lot of effusive PDAs, for him, it's still a game. It's still a strategy. This is GASH1 playing his game, you know? So she said all of that to GASH1, and very interestingly, guys, I don't know how many of you noticed what happened. GASH1 apologized to her, no doubt. He apologized, and he also told her that, listen, next time when such a thing happens, you know, call me to order at that point. But she said, no, I will not call you to order in front of people. What I'm doing right now is what I would do. I'll call you separately and talk to you about it. And then GASH1 went ahead to regurgitate and say the exact same words he had said to Yoli on the very same day that Yoli had the same exact feelings that Thato was having that night. Ha! My God, guys, listen for yourself.
As far as game is concerned, I am playing my game, and that will not change. But don't put yourself in front or compare yourself to the game.
Guys, do you know why I found it quite interesting, intriguing? It's the fact that that very day that GASH1 was saying those exact words to Yoli in the closet area of the house, Norman and Thato, they were there.
There's 14 people in the house. Don't look at yourself as part of that 14 when it comes to me. I'm not playing a game with you. You will never be a game to me.
As a matter of fact, they were the one that had actually instigated that conversation between Yoli and GASH1. They were there. They were pretending to be cleaning the bathroom, but they were eavesdropping. They were there. Thato was even walking around. Thato heard all of that. So yesterday night, when GASH1 was saying all of those things to Thato, guys, I was having a eureka moment, but at the same time, I was disappointed that, come on, Thato, you cannot be so myopic. You can't tell me that you've forgotten so quickly that these same words that this dude is saying to you is what he has actually said to your bestie or your ex-bestie or ex-female bestie, Yoli. Surely, you cannot tell me that you've forgotten so soon. Anyways, guys, you know what? Now so it be. I mean, that's the drama. Me, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen after school. Because at the end of the day, you see, all of these shenanigans can only be confirmed or affirmed or whatever after school. Right now, I feel like everyone is just playing their game, just as Biggie will say. Because for every time this housemate is going to the diary room and Big Brother says, GASH1, play your game. Oh, Themba, play your game. Everybody goes back into the house and they're doing drama. You know what? This is where I'm going to hold my peace. I'm not going to say shit about this anymore for now. So just go ahead. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is where we're going to drag it out. See you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Have an amazing day. Bye.